This video is about an incident which happened to one of my beloved one. I'm not gonna reveal any type of gender for the person who happens to face this incident. So I'll address the character as he or she. The story begins like this. One day she was casually browsing Facebook and chatting with her friends. Suddenly she got a message from a stranger that he knows her and had seen her. Further, he began to lay out the information of the school, the college on which she currently studying. She thought this might be of her friend trying to pull a prank. By this, she began to casually talk to each other since she thought this might be one of her friends. Suddenly that person sent a picture of his penis and asked her how's it. I began to trace the person who did this, and here's how it went. Since he pointed out the details of her, I began to suspect that he is one of her classmates or he is in the same college as them. From my own Facebook, I began to investigate his account and I could see a couple of things. Firstly, the account was seen private and there weren't a lot of things. All there is his profile picture and some mutual friends which we have in common. From that mutual list, there was about 7 persons with whom I have a connection. So I began to personally ask them about that account, and unfortunately they couldn't be of any help since they don't have an idea about that account. Then I began to search for the person behind this with the profile picture which he had on the account's DP. While going through the case, I did a Google image search and was able to spot the picture on the web. This confirms that he had downloaded this from the web itself and used it as his DP. Since there wasn't any useful information on his account cause I was viewing that private account via my personal one. So, I had to use her account to search for any clues. While viewing the profile from her account, I could see there were about 212 friends and 11 mutual ones. I had then searched for those accounts to find any clues. Gladly I got my first piece of evidence. I did find a profile with a person who is wearing a similar kind of shorts. What I meant by similar kind is that the naked picture that she received also has this kind of shorts. Going deeper into the account, I was able to confirm that this person is also studying in her class. I informed her and she said, "No way, that's him, he is her best and all. And no need to suspect him on this since he is not this type of guy." My next move was to compare the contents of the original account to the fake one. There were clear signs of similarities from both accounts. The About section on both accounts is an ideal match. The school, college, and the place are an effective match on both the accounts. On comparing the pictures from the original account, there was a picture of an actor which was on the feature. That same actor picture was also there on the fake account's cover photo. Moving on, I began to search on other social media platforms for the fake profile. Unfortunately, I was right, the account is clearly seen on Instagram too. That account had the same profile picture as the fake one. Furthermore, there were the accounts on both the social media platforms were an exact match since there were lots of similarities between them. I had seen that he was following his real account from the fake one. So I finalized that he is the one who did that on Facebook. For making a move, this wasn't enough, so I had to come up with a plan. I started sending messages to him with a fake identity of a cyber cell officer. For creating a new fake profile, I need a mail ID. For that, I created a disposable temporary mail ID using temp mail. After that, I had created the fake Facebook using temporary mail ID and start texting him. From my first message he knelt down. Since I had every proof in my hands, he had to answer every bit of questions that I've put forward. For making things real, I had to lay out the sections 355, 509, 511 IPC for committing such hideous things, which I got from my fellow advocate friends. From all of this, we can clearly file a case in his head. He had learned his lessons from so of this. He had to give up every hole of escape and surrendered to my trap. I've made to write a testimonial on a piece of paper which states that he'll deactivate all of the fake accounts on social media along with any kind of nasty things that had on his mobile, also to never repeat this kind of actions to any of the human beings. It's common to receive such kind of things on the internet. Why do they even do this? Pleasure. I don't know what to say to all of this. This should be a lesson to everyone who is out there swinging his penis to send it to someone without their consent. You are doomed. People on the other end are not dumb enough to track you down. All it takes is a little bit of time and effort. Bear in mind before doing anything like this. Raise your boys well for sake.